The thing about it is, Desiree, is that my truth is that I wasn't abstinent, or I didn't make this decision based upon my relationship with God. I made this decision based upon my desperation to get out of the situation that I was in. I didn't make this decision to be righteous. My abstinence journey has nothing to do with me being righteous. It has nothing to do with me, I won't say it's nothing. My focal point wasn't because, you know what, Lord, I want to be able to speak in tongues better, or I want to be in right standing with you. It wasn't. It was, I was so sick and tired of myself that I was desperate for something new.
Hey, thank God for another day. Hey, I know we could be another way. Hey, pray. Thank God for another day. Hey, I know we could be another way. Hey,
yeah. I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm trying to give y'all a proper introduction. But 5 seconds before I started, Desiree, let me start over. I'm sorry. You've entered the safe space where influencers can decompress, have fun, and just ask. And if you don't know, I do nothing without my girl, Desiree.
Hey.
Desiree.
Hey.
Desiree.
I got a tickle.
Desiree, why am I laughing?
Because the Lord is working on me.
Y'all, she is so irritated. It is not that deep.
It's really not that deep. It's just funny because I know the Lord is working on me internally.
What is he working on, Desiree? Be specific with the people.
Okay, so I got a boo and everything, right?
You have a whole man.
Got a whole man and everything, right? So my man's, he likes this idea of coordinating. Right?
Coordinating with clothes.
To
look
like,
represent each other.
You know what I'm saying? Coordinating. Okay. And this is the funny thing is this was happening even before he and I got together, right? So, and it's kind of stem into our conversation about intimacy, right? Not that kind of y'all see what we're talking about, okay? So things like when you begin to do relationship with somebody, y'all would kind of start linking up, and it's a spiritual thing, right? Like you may show up and y'all are kind of dressed similarly, or y'all may have had like similar ideas and things like that. So we were kind of already doing that in a sense. But when the man of God started being like intentional, like, hey, Corey, I was like, no, I don't want to coordinate. That's corny and all these things. But then I had to take a little introspective back, like, why does that bother you? Yeah. Right. And the root of it was the fear of loss of identity. You know what I'm saying? So as I just began to submit that to the Lord, the Lord been doing a little something.
And it's like anything that I put on, like literally, we've been color coordinating a minute now.
So this is why it's really funny, okay, to me. So if y'all know we batch record. We do batch record. So we do at least 4 episodes once a month for the next month, right? So within that, knowing when you it's a part of planning. So it's knowing if we're coming in here for 4 episodes, that means we're preparing to bring 4 tops or whatever that looks. You have to be able to change out or not. Like I've recorded for people, they just keep the same thing on, which is fine. So but the gag is we don't talk.
We don't
have no conversation about what you wearing, and literally every episode we done recorded on this day. We done coordinated.
And it has irritated her so. But I think
even in the space where it ain't even like, hey, I'm finna put this on, you finna put this on. No. I pick the thing up, I put the thing on, she sit down, I'm like, don't mind it, no. So I'm looking like how we both got on black hoodies. Like we started recording, we had on, it was like tans and browns and things. Then it was like, a black t-shirt kind of situation. I'm like,
it was something identifying that we're together. Yeah. And that's how intimacy works.
It does.
It does. So as Desiree said, we are talking about intimacy. And it's interesting because I never really want to talk about like stuff like this.
Really?
So one of my pain points is relationships, like intimate relationships, like with the male species. With the men of God that's on this earth that do life with us. I have a love relationship because I'm
challenging.
It's very challenging.
It has been challenging.
It has been challenging, and so your girl don't like to talk about it for real. And the Lord has been dealing with me about that. And so what's interesting is Valentine's is upon us, and it's always this holiday. It's this holiday that talks about love or whatever. And even when I'm in a relationship, I'm like, that's not my holiday. I don't enjoy it. Some people really, really put a lot of effort in Valentine's Day, and I say go off.
Yeah,
I say do what's best for you.
Do you, boo.
However, and I really want someone that wants to Valentine's me every day.
Yeah,
I really do. I just believe that. And it doesn't take a lot. Like, I don't need the flowers every day. I don't need the chocolates every day because I'm not eating a lot of chocolate, like, because I'm trying to get fine. I'm trying to get fine this season. Y'all, the body's going to be different. Okay? The body is going to be different by December. Okay? Shout out to Crystal.
Hey, we love you, Crystal.
All right? We shout out to Crystal. But I really, and I'm trying to figure out where I got this from, right? I've been digging to figure out why I really don't like Valentine's Day. I don't know if it came out of a place where I didn't receive stuff, which I feel like that's a lie, because when I started, when I was younger, Desiree, I don't know if I ever told you this, but okay, so Daddy and Kendall, we live in the house, Daddy single parent or whatever. When we went to McElwain Elementary School, it's not a school anymore, but shout out to those who went to McElwain Middle School on the east side of Birmingham. The school is not available anymore. We would have to go through our drive-through. He would pick us up and drop us off. Well, on Valentine's Day, we would have a bear sitting in our spot, the spot we normally sit in on the back, in the black Honda Accord. Okay? I would never forget it. We would open the door, and the bears would be buckled up.
Oh.
And so Daddy would do something for us I'm going to have a moment. Wait, what is that?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. So Dad would do something for us every Valentine's Day when we were in elementary school. He goes off to fight in the war, in the Iraq war or whatever. So we stay with our mom during the time, and then he comes back. So I'm about in 6th grade or whatever. I don't recall him doing it after that. Right? And so the whole Valentine's Day thing, if it was special at one time, it was special because my dad made it special. Like, it was something, I don't even remember looking forward to it, but I do remember receiving from him on Valentine's Day, but it stopped. And so now my relationship with Valentine's Day is like, yeah, dog, I don't have to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many people outside. It's too many people that's gonna break up the next day. It's just too much. I would rather spend, like, the whole Galentine's event that we've done with Tiffany. Shout out to Tiffany Nicole White. We love you. I would prefer to do that. Yeah. I would prefer to see women's lives saved, them, situated with themselves, them loving themselves. I'd rather spend time with my homegirls. Yeah. And maybe this is just in the space that I'm in right now. Maybe a man will come to me and be like, Valentine me every day, to the point where I'm like, oh, I just love to be loved on like that on this day. I ain't there yet. Yeah. How do you view Valentine's Day? I
have similar sentiments, but it's also the same way I feel about Christmas. Right? It's not necessarily that it's the holiday itself. I think it's what society has made of the holidays. Okay. The commercialization of the thing. Yeah. Right? So my heart is, if you love somebody, it shouldn't take one day to physically show them that you love them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like you. It doesn't necessarily have to be you buy me flowers. I don't even really like flowers like that, but like buy me flowers every day and all those things. I think there's a choice that's made every day to love somebody.
It's a decision. And
you do that by making the decision to love them and to show them that in whatever that kind of capacity may look like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very similar. Like when I'm dating people, I just let them know.
Well, you ain't dating people.
I'm just saying in general.
But
I'm not okay.
You're not dating people.
I'm not dating people.
Okay.
But I still had the same conversation with the man of God.
The past.
I still had the same conversation with this man of God.
All right. Okay.
Is that hey, because we begin to have conversation around the time, like the month prior, and I just want to let him know, don't feel the pressure, because I think that's what it is too. Like it's like this pressure of a thing, like I got to do this thing to show you. No. Like we can have conversation on a daily basis, those things, and I know how you feel because you've shown me that. You don't take one day out of the year for you to go. I mean, if you want to, cool, but I'm letting you know that's not. Don't feel pressure to do that because it's Valentine's Day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I have those I say that because at the end of the day, like love is bigger than that. Yeah. Same way I feel about Christmas, like yes, the spirit of I love the spirit of the lights and things like that, but don't feel the pressure and the obligation
to give me gifts.
To give me a gift because it's Christmas. Because baby, I don't feel the pressure. I don't, and I love giving gifts, but it's because I genuinely want to give that to somebody.
Because we didn't exchange gifts at all. We just spent time with each other.
Exactly, and that's what I love. Like
I was satisfied. We were both satisfied. We're not the friends that's like, girl, what you getting me? Do. I participated in like this gift giving situation, whatever, and it was more so because we were spending time with each other, like. I get your sentiments as well. And even thinking about like Valentine's Day, I think that the idea of what it means to be loved, I think that has been wrecked. Yeah. Like when you go through things, when you're looking at the world to understand what love is and who love is, you mismanage the identifier that is supposed to support you in this life. So what got me to this point, Desiree, is y'all know I've been open to with you guys on like the things I've dealt with, and I feel like the Lord is leading me to be even more open about things. I'm excited and I'm nervous because I'm like, Lord, you just gonna let me tell all my business,
all your business out in the streets.
You just gonna let me tell all my business,
but it's for a reason though.
Jesus,
it's for a reason.
So buckle your seatbelts because we about to go on a journey. Right, so last year, you guys know that it was my year of resurrection, year 33. And in that resurrection, the Lord made me kill some things. I was like, things literally died. And one thing that died was the relationship that I was in. I was in this on again, off again relationship with this man of God, and who I just think is a dope person. Just let me just state that just on record, so we won't have no issues. I think he was a dope person. He just wasn't the my person, right? And I found that out, but I was holding on for dear life, right? I think both of us were. We were both holding on for dear life, and it just did not work out. And in that relationship, I mean, we were doing the things. We were doing all of the things. All of them, okay. We were practicing intimacies on all levels, and if you're getting my drift, I hope you are. If you're not, catch up. catch up, okay? Because we're on a network. If we were on a network, I would just be as free as I'll get out. But we were doing all the things, and even in that, I struggled with fully committing to abstinence, right? And it wasn't just with him. It was the man prior to him too, right? And when I tell you I thought I had a first love prior to him, but that was my first love. My therapist made me realize that that I was still grieving that relationship in a sense, like because I had properly grieved, and it's come back up since the breaking off of the man of God. I'm gonna refer to him as the man of God. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. And so the man of God and I, we did our thug thizzle, and when we broke it off, I mean, when I say broke off, like there's no communication, there's no hey, how you doing? I'm just checking in text. It's done with, right? And that also meant that we weren't gonna try to see if we can like, you know, help each other's hormonal needs, you know. And that was different for me. And I think a big deal of me saying this right now is because I've had the idea that women of God did not struggle with this area of intimacy. I never thought that the women of God struggled with abstaining because they were able to lean on scriptures and stuff. I thought something was really wrong with me. That my DNA was just a little bit different. I didn't really think I was a real woman of God because I struggled with hunching. Like, I won't even say struggle because it's not a struggle to hunch. It's just a struggle to abstain, right? And so I wanted to do the will of God, right? I had the idea to do the will of God. I had the idea to obey God. I had the heart to do it, the willpower and the strength and tenacity to be able to like date a man and not do that. It was just, I would always, and the thing is, I would always have conversations with them, Desiree. I would always have conversations like, hey, this is not something I want to do, whatever. They'll try it and boom, there it is. Yeah. You know, like it would be like, okay, if this is something that you want to do, cool. I could say that would happen in both situations. But then when you're doing life with somebody or putting instances where it's like, hey, that's about to happen, things happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not justifying, I'm just being real right now. Yeah. And so I just thought I just didn't work. Like it was certain things, it was certain prayers I didn't pray for people. It was certain messages I didn't deliver for people. When they would talk about purity in the church, I would just roll my eyes because I felt like all they were talking about was abstaining. And I'm just like, this is not an area of strength for me. I'm very weak in this area. Yeah. So fast forward to like we break up, and then I'm listening to people, especially B. Simone. She's one of the people I've heard like express that she's been abstaining, right? And she's out loud about it, but people expect her to be loud about that. Like she's talking about, you know, her relationship with God or whatever. But for me, people expect faith-based content from me. And one thing I'm not finna do is lie. Yeah. I'm not about to lie to y'all and be like, oh yeah, I've been out of abstinent for God and I just speak in tongues and it helps me. No, that is a lie. I've been able to speak in tongues. I've been able to read scripture. I've been able to preach, pray, and prophesy, and still struggled with this abstaining based on word alone. You get what I'm saying? And so it was one instance where so now fast forward in January, where I text Desiree, my therapist, and Coach D. I was like, hey, I wanted to reach back out to this person, and I couldn't understand why I had this urge to reach back out to this person. Mm-hmm. And when I clocked in to work, I realized the date, and the date was January 2nd. And by that point, I was like, oh, you've made it 6 months. And at that point, I kind of like, I just adjusted myself. I was like, okay, girl, all right, you ain't salting that now, you know? You could. Because let's not get it twisted, okay? I feel like if I fully invested myself into this dating world, which I am not right now, there would probably be an opportunity.
Tell them why you're not invested into the dating world.
Because I'm not invested in.
So I think you left that part out about the commitment that you made.
Right. I did not say the commitment that I made.
I think that's important.
And it is important. So I made it 6 months, right? So the backing up. So when me and the man of God was still like dealing with each other and stuff like that, and it was just, you could tell the end was near. Like you was about to, you know, it was about to be dead, but you just examining the body. Like, yeah, we were in that stage, and I had committed before I had verbally committed to the breakup. I had committed to God on June 28th that I would date him for a year. On June 28th, 2025, I said, Lord, I'm going to date you for a year. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to date you for a year, meaning to get to know you more, because I'm sick of this. Like, I'm sick of I just committed to that. And then let's be transparent. So that was June 28th. July 2nd, we had interactions again. Mm-hmm. Okay. And in that moment, I was heartbroken because I had committed, like genuinely committed, that I would date God, which made me say, like, okay, I can't do none of this other stuff. I don't need the distraction. Let me just focus here. And so that was the last time. That was the last time. And I'm proud of myself because there have been potential distractions that have come my way in this space. But what has helped me has been utilizing the friendships properly. One thing, Desiree, is that I was ashamed of what I was going through, and I didn't properly utilize my community because of the shame being in the way. Yeah. That's why I preach till the cows come home. Shame has to be denounced. You cannot do shame and relationship with God.
Come out of the relationship with shame.
I thought you was getting a fly or something. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought you saw something.
Come out, shame. Come out of that agreement.
Girl, when you did that, I think that literally looked like you was about to kill a fly. That just interrupted my thought process. But shame can't be any longer. And so, like, what I'm learning now with intimacy, I'm learning intimacy through my relationships with my friends that are women. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I'm learning intimacy through matching with Desiree. Might frustrate her, but she doesn't change her clothes.
I don't.
And she still shows up and we laugh about it. The things that I share with you guys, they're hard. Like, it was hard to be like, hey, I thought about this man this morning. I feel stupid. I feel stupid for thinking about this man. And we like, you know what I'm saying? And not to say I'm a bad person or whatever for not wanting to think. I don't need to think about this man too much, because if I let my thoughts run rapid, my body gonna follow and I'm gonna find him where he is. I don't want to do that. I genuinely want something different. Yeah. And the thing about it is, Desiree, is that my truth is that I wasn't abstinent, or I didn't make this decision based upon my relationship with God. I made this decision based upon my desperation to get out of the situation that I was in.
It's real.
I didn't make this decision to be righteous. My abstinence journey has nothing to do with me being righteous. It has nothing to do with me, I won't say it's nothing. My focal point wasn't because, you know what, Lord, I want to be able to speak in tongues better, or I want to be in right standing with you. It wasn't. It was, I was so sick and tired of myself that I was desperate for something new. And I was scared because I had failed at it so many times. It wasn't that it wasn't attempted. It's the fact that I could think about the times where I failed at it, was that I was so focused on being loved by a man and not loving myself. Mm-hmm. I think that true intimacy doesn't happen without knowing who you are. It's a phrase that Bishop Van Moody says. He says, "Into me you see." Mm-hmm. And this is so good. We use that as a phrase to talk about God, right? Into me you see. or other people intimacy you see, but what do you see in yourself?
Yeah.
What do you see in you that works, and what do you see in you that needs some healing or restoration? Because I started to feel like myself again after I dismissed myself from that relationship. You know, I don't have no beef. I don't have nothing bad to say. I'm good, you know. But the only way I could be there is if I was okay with myself. And I found that a lot of my anger came from the frustration with me. And because I wasn't looking inward. I wasn't doing intimacy with me.
Yeah.
I thought intimacy required other people. And in that specific relationship, I thought I would lose intimacy also if I wasn't physical with my person. I thought that being physical with my person told me, you know, like prove to them like, hey, it's only you, because I'm not outside like that. Like I've just never been the outside type of girl.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that means, you know, dating multiple people, you know, doing stuff like, you know, in bulk.
Not doing it in bulk. In groups.
I know what I was trying to say with that, but just like having multiple options at one time. Like, that's right. I'm about to get this to you because what are your thoughts over it? You get what I'm trying to say, though?
Yes. I think this is so good, because to me it's why the single season is such a gift. And if we allow it to be a gift, right? Sometimes because looking inward is hard, it's easier to stay busy, do relationship, like in and out relationships, right? Yeah. Whether it's platonic relationships, I feel like you always got to have somebody there, Yeah. Or like you're dating this person, dating that person, you're in this relationship, you're out of a relationship, and you're in another relationship, versus what is the relationship with yourself, right? So what has happened is you've given yourself, because you've made a commitment, you've given yourself the permission and the time to get to know and date yourself as well. That's how we really begin to know who we are, is when we spend the intimate time with the Lord. Like, that's so good. He shows us who we are because we can see ourselves in him as we get to know who he is. And so I had been on a journey. A long journey, a long time.
Lord, please don't bless me with that journey. I don't want to be blessed.
You know,
with that journey.
And I was sitting here. It was interesting. I was sitting here, as you said. Hey, if I'm honest, I didn't make this commitment because of it was like a righteous thing. It was because it was this thing right here, and kind of similar, right? In 2019. I was in a situationship and ended up getting pregnant and had a miscarriage. And I remember...
I'm saying it like I didn't know that.
I'm screaming. And I remember the thoughts that I had. It was... I had let my guard down. Like, I had built this wall up where I was good. I didn't want to depend on nobody. You know, I didn't want to be in these intimate spaces because of the disappointment that I had felt in prior. Yeah. Right? So in that moment, I felt... shame, and guilt. One, because of just being pregnant out of wedlock, if we're honest. But two, I was by myself. I was by myself because of the decision I made with the person that I had decided to make the decision with, right? So I was like, Lord, and here we go, these vows, right? I never want to be in this situation again where it's I have to be in this type of situation by myself because the person can't be there. Yeah. Or they could be there, but they can't be there, right? And so I was like, all right, Lord, I'm going to wait on my man of God, Lord. I'm going to do this thing your way because, you know, but boom. So that was, honestly, October of 2020. So when I was like, locking it down.
Locked it down.
Yeah. But it wasn't like, I don't know what I thought. Yeah. I don't know what I thought that meant, right? But what the Lord began to do is he began to comfort some things, right? So what I realized, I had a relationship with porn and masturbation. And as I just began to sit with myself and sit with the Lord, it stemmed from spaces of rejection and loneliness. Right. And so just as and honestly, like, I ain't really starting learning about the Holy Spirit and nothing like that to 2021. So this is not me like knowing really what to do. It's just me taking the space to do relationship with the Lord. Like, I was like, I don't know, but Lord, like, I got these feelings and stuff like that. And as I just begin, and that's all I can say is I really just begin to submit the things to the Lord.
That's so good.
That's it. Like, it wasn't like I knew. It's not like I had some big revelation. It's like, I don't know what to do. So if we in relationship, what I do with this?
Yeah.
And I just remember waking up one morning. This is real talk. I remember waking up one morning and like the desire was gone. Like, even the desire, like, I used to this is just my journey with intimacy with the Lord.
Yeah.
Right? Even my relationship with marijuana. I used to like edibles.
Yeah.
And every now and then I may burn up a little some, you know. But even that desire, he just began to like snatch things away as I just began to like dig deeper into the word. It wasn't like, oh Lord, take it away. It's like, I like it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I kind of like it. I don't know like what to do with it, but it literally has been a 5.5, almost 6-year journey.
That's so good.
You know what I'm saying? With not really knowing, but just leaning in, like, Lord, I'm seeing this thing. Like, who are you, Lord? Reading the scriptures, you know, listening to the word, like, actively participating and serving and all these things. It's been this journey that was supposed to be a journey all along. Yeah. But in that journey, like, he's been dealing with me. I've been able to see clear. Like, even when it comes to dating, like, I had a list kind of, but it was more so like, oh, you know, character things, like, you know, love the Lord, have a relationship with the Lord. And as I began to see who I was and my value, like, I was able to see men differently. Like, I was able to like really discern what was happening in these relational spaces, right? And I was like, yeah, no, he ain't it. But I don't believe that if I wouldn't have valued the season of singleness and allowed the Lord to do the things that he needed to do, learn, and also me do the things I needed to do, which was allow the Lord to do what he needed to do, I don't think I would have been prepared for what the Lord had coming. Yeah.
When you were talking, you brought up the porn and masturbation, and the Lord revealed something new to me right in that moment. I think that we don't talk about this or have the space to talk about this enough. I'm super excited because I've reached out to someone that talks about, you know, sex in the church and all that stuff like that. Her name is Coach. We call her Coach Tammy. She's actually a part of our community. Yeah, I cannot wait for y'all to experience her because we gotta get comfortable with having these uncomfortable conversations because I was bound for so long because I felt like I didn't have an outlet and I was not. I was always around righteous people and they were gonna give me a righteous answer. No, I need a very tangible response right now. This ain't working for me. I've done the scripture thing. I've done everything. And so even when I hear people say, oh, I have a problem with porn and masturbation, or I had this issue and I overcame it, I'll sit there and say, oh, I don't have that issue or whatever. But until you just said it, I never had this thought. The Lord. So my therapist asked me straight up, she was like, hey, have you been, you know, playing relieving yourself.
Yeah.
Y'all, have you been relieving yourself? And I said, no, that's frustrating. And my response to her is like, no, I'm not gonna say I'll tell you offline what the other part of this, but the second part of my frustration is I want someone else to do it, right? It's nothing like having a body to experience that with. And so I don't want to, I tend to get frustrated. It's frustrating. But the Holy Spirit just revealed to me that I'm frustrated is because that's the opportunity for somebody to give to me. And wait. And that I'm normally the giver. and not the receiver. This is the level of intimacy God can do when you open yourself up, like even in this real moment, right? Like something so simple as I never knew that about myself until right now, until you said, oh yeah, I overcame porn and masturbation or whatever. I'm like, oh, I didn't have that issue. And in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't have that issue. But like, actually, the reason why you don't have the issue and you have more of and I won't say issue, but the opportunity is because that is you get excited about somebody wanting to give you that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if this was an intimate conversation, like I'm trying to be mindful and honor where we are, but these are conversations that I want to have like in the safe space. Yeah. Because there's more to what I just said. Yeah. It's more in depth, like to really be able to pinpoint the issue and the opportunity of knowing like I'm not too good to experience that. I'm not too righteous to experience that. And that sometimes it's certain things that we struggle with that continuously comes up. That like even what I watch or listen to sometimes, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to tamper with it because I don't even want to start mesmerizing. The Lord won't even allow me to think about like in this space of experiences I've had. Like I can't even dream about it. Yeah. Like even when I try, I ain't gonna lie. Even when I've tried, like, oh my gosh, it was just so amazing. It was just like He has blocked my memory. Yeah. Now I know what I know. But to re-experience that in my mind, that part has been blocked. Yeah. And so, which I'm grateful for, because I need that level of accountability right now in my life, okay? And so, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to celebrate my year. Come on. I'm going to celebrate my year. And I'm asking the Lord to not make me go through years of this. Let's be honest. This is not what I want. I do not want this. Yeah. I do not want this. I want to be married and to be actively married. Yeah. I want to holy hunch. Okay. I want to be righteous and right. Okay. I want to be that. And I don't think that women of God should have to be in secret about the things that they struggle with as far as what's going on sexually. And you know what I'm saying? Like that really puts us in a position to sin because we don't have an outlet. I didn't think I had an outlet. I thought that the only part of me that people wanted was the faith-based part, the one that was getting it right and righteous. But now I'm like, hey, I'm having problems with my thoughts right now. That's why I was proud of me that day. Because I ain't do nothing. Yeah. I ain't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. That's right. I didn't do a thing. I ain't even dial the first number. I didn't even search for the number. You get what I'm saying? But my thoughts, I'm making my thoughts accountable. And I feel like this year of intimacy with the Lord is doing what it's supposed to do, because I'm really not even in, like, my interest is gone right now. I'm more interested in being the whole version of myself. Yeah, that's so good. I just thinking, I don't know, like the process is so necessary, you know. And sometimes we don't want to do the process because we don't know the length of the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord could be like, okay, you're going to go through this process. This is going to be a year. This is going to be 6 months. This is going to be X, Y, and Z. But we don't know, you know, but what we have to do is just lean in. When I don't know, all I can do is just trust the Lord. Yeah. Like I didn't know it was going to, you know, be 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I know women and men who have been waiting, you know, waiting, on their person for a long time. Yeah. And that does not mean it's not going to happen. It's just, I still just believe it's still just a timing thing, because if we believe that, I don't know if I necessarily believe that there's a one person for everybody, but I do believe that
timing is everything. So just as much as the Lord loves you, I do believe that he loves the other person as well. So it's almost kind of like if you got two people that's in this journey and you know, neither one of them are submitting and doing the things that they're supposed to do, then naturally that's going to be a delay. You know what I'm saying? But if you got two people just like, hey, you know what, Lord, I don't know what this look like, but I'm on a journey with you. Now it's like the ball is moving, right? The ball is moving. It's some submission happening, you know, and then at some point it's like, boom, now the time has come and you cross paths. To be able to do the things in the will of the Lord that has already been predestined for you to do with the person, but we just gotta be open to journeying there. And it's kind of like, I think about my sister. She's been through a lot in relationships and things like that, and she has not yet given herself the space and the time to discover who the Lord is and who she is fully in the Lord. So I'm excited for her because she has the will to do it, the heart to do it, but you still have to make a decision to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that time is so important. Like that time with the Lord, like, and it sounds like cliche, like, oh, submit to the Lord and do this. It sounds really cliche, but literally it's lifeline. Like it literally has been my lifeline.
No, I agree. I think that this has been a good conversation. I just wanted the Lord has been on me about like just being more transparent and sharing different avenues, different ways to connect with you guys, because for so long, like there's levels to transparency, and I'm to a point where it's like, don't care if you know that, because the Lord has already covered me.
Who the Son set free is free
true.
Indeed.
It's free indeed. Like that real freedom. It really gets you to the place where you're sounding God, to the point where you don't mind sharing. You don't mind sharing that you struggle with porn and masturbation. You don't mind sharing that you struggle with, you know, giving yourself to somebody that's not your spouse. You don't mind sharing that. And I'm over the traditional way of thinking about purity and exposing what people might struggle with. Like my purity right now, the sexual purity, because purity is a multitude of things, but sexual purity right now for me came from me being sick of me. Fannie Lou Hammer has this saying that I love, and I will always, baby, I love this quote. She said, "I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired." And this was in one of her statements to, I don't know if it was the press or in one of her speeches, but it was regarding the civil rights movement. And you have to understand that when you're in this space and you're defining and redefining what intimacy really is, and digesting what God is doing for you personally, you will get to a point. It comes from a point of being sick and tired of the same old thing happening, experience the same thing. And so there's no judgment here at all. No. If you need, I feel the Lord leading me to say, if you need accountability in this area, join the safe space. Like, this is not even a money thing. Like, just join the safe space and we can talk about it. Like, let's talk about, okay, girl, what you believe that man said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not to be like discrediting men. This is not, because we love our men of God. However, this is to make you strong enough to do what you're supposed to do in the will of the Lord. And it's about your safety. It's about your sanity. It's about your healing. It's about you experiencing the best version of you. Okay. And so I want to invite you to join the safe space. I want to invite you to share this out and comment if this related to you in any way. We have to stick together on this. Like, we have to do well together, and there's no reason to be lying to each other like we don't struggle with these things and we're still trying to obey God in the process. And so I hope you guys enjoyed. Desiree, thank you so much for sharing your testimony. Until next time, until next week, remember, life could be much more simple if you just ask.
What's up, you guys? We hope you've enjoyed that conversation, but make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification so you don't miss an episode. We'll see you next Thursday.